Hello and welcome back to TradeSmart. First of all, we just reached 10,000 subscribers on the TradeSmart YouTube channel, which is a huge milestone for us. So thank you all for your support. We will continue bringing you no BS strategies and real backtesting results, which all of you can benefit from. As a surprise from us to all of you, we reopened the 7-day free trial on our Patreon for this week, so you can try out all of our highly customizable TradingView scripts and optimizations for 100% free. Link is down in the description. And now, let's get back to today's video. Today we will continue our best trading strategies series, in which we aim to discover the most effective indicators and trading methods to create the best trading strategy possible. For this project we use TradingView and coded strategy scripts to generate thousands of backtest results in a short period of time. In our previous videos we uncovered the best entry signal and baseline indicators and the best assets to trade. If you haven't seen those videos yet, I've included the link to the full series in the description below. Today, our goal is to find the most effective exit signal indicator. We will test 17 different exit signal indicators on various assets, timeframes, with different stop loss and entry setups to find the best one. While finding a good entry point is important, in my opinion, knowing where to exit a position is equally, if not more significant. Make sure to watch the entire video, as I am about to share a lot of valuable information that will surely improve your trading. Also, if you know other exit signal indicators that we should test, let us know in the comment section. In this video, first I will reveal the exit signal indicators, their parameters, and explain how we use them. Then I will explain the different asset, time frame, stop loss, entry and exit signal combinations that we will test. I will also explain how we managed to backtest more than 7,000 combinations, and finally I will reveal the absolute best entry signal indicator, the best indicators for specific assets and timeframes, and most importantly, the ones that perform the best in most of the combination groups. Just like in the other videos of this series, you can find all the backtest data linked down in the description. This research took us weeks to complete, so if you would like to see more content like this, drop a like and subscribe. Additionally, if you want to support our work, consider joining us on Patreon. Thank you. Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Here you can see all the exit signal indicators we tested. Now let's go over them one by one, so you know how to use each of them as an exit signal. If you'd like to skip this part for now and return later, that's totally okay. You can use the timestamps provided in the description. The first indicator is the TRIX MA. The TRIX indicator is based on a triple exponential moving average, or EMA, of an asset's price. The TRIX indicator is used to identify potential trend reversals, divergences, and to confirm the strength of the existing trends. Using the TRIX MA as an exit signal indicator is simple. When the yellow line crosses below the red, it is a signal to close the long positions, as the trend shifts from bullish to bearish. On the other hand, when the yellow line crosses above the red, it is a signal to close shorts. The second exit signal indicator is the Vortex. Developed by Etienne Botts and Douglas Sipman, the Vortex indicator provides valuable insights into market trends and potential reversals by analyzing the relationship between its two trend lines, VI plus and VI minus. When the positive blue line crosses above the negative red line, it is a signal to close shorts. And when the opposite happens, it is an exit signal for longs. The third exit signal is the Aeron, which I showcased in the previous video as it gave exceptionally good results. The Aeron consists of two lines, Aeron up and Aeron down. Its main goal is to determine the strength and direction of a trend, as well as potential points of trend reversals. We exit a long when the blue line crosses above the orange line. Similarly, a short position is closed when the opposite occurs, so when the orange Aeron down line crosses above the blue Aeron up line. The fourth indicator is the well-known MACD. Using the MACD, a long position is closed when the slow blue line crosses below the fast orange line, and a short position is closed if the orange line crosses below the blue line. The fifth indicator is the QQE, or Quantitative Qualitative Estimation. Just like most of the other indicators, it is also a technical analysis tool to identify potential trend reversals and confirm existing trends. It's based on the concept of smoothing and filtering the price data to provide a more accurate evaluation of the underlying trend. We exit a long position when the green, fast ATR line crosses below the red, slow ATR line. And we exit a short when the red line crosses below the green line. Next one is another well-known indicator, the RSI. Without going into details, we exit a long when the RSI line goes above the overbought level, and exit a short when the RSI crosses below the oversold level. Moving on, we have the moving average crossovers. This exit type consists of two moving averages with different lengths. When the fast moving average crosses below the slow moving average, we exit long positions. When the opposite happens, we exit shorts. I tested many moving averages like the simple moving average, the exponential moving average, weighted moving average, and so on, and found that the corrected moving average, or CMA, works the best. So we will use that. The next indicator is the Donchian trend ribbon. This tool uses multiple Donchian channels to visualize the direction and strength of a trend. It is an easy-to-read indicator. Green bars indicate potential upward trends, while red indicates potential downward trends. Therefore, we will exit longs when a red bar is printed after a green one, and we will exit shorts when a green bar is printed after a red one. Moving on, we have one of my go-to indicators, the squeeze momentum, which is already included in our premium scripts available on Patreon. The squeeze momentum indicator is designed to identify periods of low volatility in the market, known as a squeeze. Additionally, it also indicates momentum directions. Green bars suggest potential bullish momentum, while red bars suggest potential bearish momentum. For its calculation, it combines elements from two popular indicators, the Bollinger Bands and the Keltner channel. To use it as an exit signal, we will exit a long when the first red bar is printed after a green one, and we will exit a short when the first green bar is printed after a red bar. Next up is the Relative Vigor Index, or RVI. This indicator is used to measure the strength of trend by analyzing the relationship between the opening and closing prices of the given asset. The Relative Vigor Index is used to identify overbought and oversold conditions, as well as potential trend reversals. When the RVI crosses above the signal line, it indicates a bullish trend, and when it crosses below, a bearish trend. Therefore, we will exit a long position if the red signal line crosses above the green RVGI line, and exit a short when the green line crosses above the red one. The next indicator is a highly requested one, the Rex oscillator. This one measures the market behavior based on the relationship of the close price to the open, high, and low values of a given bar. It also calculates the true value of a bar, or TVB for short, which gives an indication of how healthy the market is. This is a complex indicator, but the way we will use it is really simple. If the Rex line crosses below the smoother signal line, we exit long positions. If the opposite happens, so the Rex crosses above the signal line, we exit shorts. Moving on, we have the parabolic SAR. The parabolic SAR, or stop and reverse, is an indicator usually used in trend-following trading strategies. It was developed by Wallace Widor, who is also known for creating other popular indicators like the ATR or the RSI. The rules for using it as an exit signal indicator are the following. We close a long position when a parabolic SAR dot first prints above the candle after it was printing below them. Opposite is true for short exits. So when we first see a dot printed below a candle, we close short positions. Next up, we have another well-known indicator and also one of my go-to ones, the super trend. Generally, it is used as an entry signal indicator as it prints buy and sell signals. But we can also use it as an exit signal indicator. We will close long positions when a sell signal is printed and close shorts when a buy signal appears. We are almost at the end, so bear with me. The next indicator is the SSL hybrid. The SSL hybrid is a complex indicator with many components, but we will only use the simplest signals, which are the arrows. The arrows signals the crossover of two different SSL lines. The SSL lines are calculated using moving averages and closing prices. Simply, we exit longs when a pink arrow is printed and exit shorts when a blue arrow is printed. Next up, we have the braid filter. The braid filter is used to visualize potential trends or changes in direction based on the behavior of three different moving averages. The coloring helps traders quickly identify potential trend changes. A green bar indicates a potential upward trend, red a potential downward trend, and gray indicates no significant pattern. We will exit long positions when the braid filter bar colors turn from green to red or gray. And we will exit shorts if the bars turns from red to green or gray. Moving on, we have the range filter. This indicator is used to identify potential buy and sell signals based on price movements relative to a smoothed range. It is similar to the super trend indicator, therefore we will use it similarly. Long positions will be closed if you get a sell signal, and short positions will be closed when a buy signal appears. And finally, the last exit signal indicator we will test is the Heikin-Ashi. However, we won't backtest on the Heikin-Ashi charts, as a Heikin-Ashi chart does not display the real opening and closing prices, making the backtest results unreliable. We will use a custom Heikin-Ashi chart indicator and will exit when a change in bar color occurs. When candle color turns from green to red, we close longs, and when they turn from red to green, we close shorts. Now that you know all the entry signal indicators that we will test, let's go over the parameters real quick. To make the backtest as fair as possible, I will test 4 parameters with each exit signal indicator. So all of them will get a chance to be the best even if their default settings are not working great. These are the settings I will test specifically for each indicator. With most of them, I use the multiplication of their default parameter settings. This way, we will be testing quick exits suitable for short-term trading and late exits, which is better for swing and long-term trading. For example, the Donchian trend ribbon default setting is a length of 20, therefore I will also test it with a length of 10, 40 and 80. There are a few exceptions, but now I won't go into details. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section and I will get back to you. Okay, now we know everything about the exit signal indicators. So now let's go over on which assets timeframes we will test them on, with what entry signal and stop loss combinations. I tested all the 17 exit signal indicators on 3 different assets, which are BTC/USDT, EUR/USD and the Microsoft stock. We also wanted to test the S&P 500, but we ran into some errors with TradingView and realized that a significant portion of the backtests were incorrect. We tested them on 4 timeframes, which are the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1-hour and 4-hour, making it suitable for short-term, swing and long-term traders. Generally, I advise not to trade anything lower than the 15-minute, as it becomes harder and harder to stay profitable because of the fees and market manipulations. But as many members in the community preferred to use the 5-minute chart, I included it in the list. Next up, let's go over the entry signal setups. To make the testing as diverse and as fair as possible, I decided to try 3 different entry signal setups using the super trend indicator. I use the super trend because that's the best entry signal indicator I know of. I will test 1.5, 3 and 6 multipliers. This way we will be testing frequent entries, as a 1.5 multiplier super trend will give entry signals often, and also less frequent entries, as a 6 multiplier will give much less entry signals. Finally, with the stop loss setups, I decided to go with my go-to stop loss placement, which is a simple ATR based stop loss. I will use it with 100 length and with a 2, 4 and 8 multipliers. This way we will be testing tight stop losses as well as wider stop losses too. Okay, so in total we will test 3 assets, 4 timeframes, 3 entry signal setups, 3 stop loss setups, and 16 exit signal indicators with 4 parameter settings plus the Heikin-Ashi. If we multiply all of these different conditions, it comes out to 7020 combinations. As you can see, it is a lot of combinations. If I would have tested all of them manually, it would have taken me months to complete. So how did we test all of these combinations? We created a TradingView strategy script that includes all of these exit signals, stop loss placements, and entry signal variations. With scripts like this, I can create and test thousands of strategies just with a few clicks. Well, a bit more than a few clicks. This script won't be included in our Patreon membership, as this was made for testing exit signals only, but don't worry, in the future when the version 2 TradeSmart scripts comes out, we will include the best exit signals into our premium scripts. To make the comparison as fair as possible, we tested each entry signal indicator with a 1% risk per trade and non-compounding position sizing. Also, as we just want to know which is the best exit signal indicator, we didn't use any fees or slippage. Plus, all the backtests use the same set of candle data, which is the last 20,000 candles. After we had the script, I passed the combinations to Adam, one of our coders who used another program called Selenium to run all the 7020 backtests on autopilot. You can see the backtesting process right now. As you can see, Selenium changes the parameter settings of the script, then waits for TradingView to generate the results. Finally, it exports the results to multiple Excel spreadsheets that we will use later on. This way, it still took around a week to generate all the backtests, but finally we got the results. Before revealing the top performing exit signals, we have one last topic to discuss, the ranking system. If you've seen the best entry signal part 3 video, the ranking system won't surprise you. It is basically the same with slight changes. First of all, we only kept the results with over 50 trades to make sure that the results are statistically significant. Then I divided the 7020 backtests into groups based on assets, timeframes, entry and stop loss setups. This way, each exit signal will get a chance to prove themselves that they are the best in a specific asset timeframe combination and with a specific entry and stop loss setup. After we sorted the results into different groups, we ranked each group by profit factor, which is the gross profit divided by the gross loss. But why profit factor and why not net profit? Well, net profit would work well if each backtest had the same number of trades. But as we are testing each combination on a set number of candles, some combinations will have more and some less trades. Therefore, the ones with more trades have a head start as they have more trades to make more net profit. And that's where profit factor comes in. Profit factor helps to make the ranking system more reliable and comparable. By using profit factor, it does not matter how many trades a backtest had, as it gives the gross profit divided by the gross loss. The higher the value is, the better the results are. Moving on, I gave points to the top 5 results in each group and weighted them based on profit factor. So the highest profit factor result of each group gets 5 base points, the second best 4, and so on. I weighted the points because a combination that had a 6 profit factor is obviously better than one which got a profit factor of 2. So the weighted points are simply the base points multiplied by profit factor. I ranked and gave points to all the 108 groups and put all the combinations that achieved any points into a new spreadsheet. From this point, the task was simple. I just had to add together all the points that each exit signal indicator got, and the one which gets the most points should be the best and most reliable one. Well, what do you think? Is this ranking system right? Or you have another ranking idea that might be better? Let me know in the comments. Now I will show you the absolute and overall best exit signals, then I will go over which exit signal is the best for specific assets and timeframes. Finally, I will share some interesting stats and my opinions. Let's see. First of all, here you can see the absolute best results of the 7020 backtests based on profit factor. What is really interesting is that the top 3 results was generated on the BTC/USDT 4-hour chart with the slowest reacting entry signal setup and with the slowest reacting exit signal setup. This might suggest that long-term trading is safer than short-term. The top 2 best one used the RSI and the third the MA crossover exits. The profit factors are amazing, the first 2 are around a 6 and the third around 5. Now looking at the absolute best results based on net profit, we get different outcomes. Again, the BTC/USDT 4-hour chart with the slowest reacting exit signal setup is the best, but now 2 out of the 3 cases, the entry signal is the fastest reacting one. And in my opinion, that's because a faster reacting entry signal generates more trades, therefore more opportunities to make a profit. Also, all the stop loss setups are the tightest that we tested. This gives faster exits and higher risk-to-reward ratio trades. Now, the best exit signals are the Donchian trend ribbon, the super trend, and the MA crossover. Next up, let's see the most important chart, which is the best entry signal indicators overall. Here I summarized the points in all the 108 groups. This way, in my opinion, this chart will show which exit signal indicator is truly the best. The first place winner is surprisingly the simple MA crossover with 259 base points and 409 weighted points. At second place we have the RSI with 204 base points and 329 weighted points. The third place goes to the super trend, the fourth goes to the range filter, and the fifth to the Donchian trend ribbon. So based on our research we can say that the MA crossovers work the best overall as an exit signal indicator. But we also have to keep in mind that it might not be the best exit signal for each time frame and asset. And actually that is the case. You will see what I talk about in a moment. Here you can see the absolute best exit signals for different assets and timeframes. These charts are not based on the groups and ranking points, but on the top 3 results of each asset and timeframe. As you can see, RSI as an exit signal indicator was the best for the BTC USDT and Microsoft, while the MA crossover gave the best results for the Euro USD pair. Looking at the best exit signals for different timeframes, surprisingly the MA crossover appears only once in this chart. On the other hand, the range filter generated the best results for 5 and 15 minute, the super trend for the 1 hour, and the RSI for the 4 hour chart. Okay, now let's see the overall best exit signal indicators for specific assets and timeframes based on the 108 groups and weighted points. Now the results are totally different for all the 3 assets. The MA crossover had the best and the RSI the second best results. At third place we have the super trend and the range filter. Looking at the best exit signals for different timeframes, overall we got mixed results. Now the MA crossover was the best only 2 times, on the 1 and the 4 hour charts. On the 5 minute chart the RSI and on the 15 the range filter performed the best. In my opinion, these 2 charts are useful tools for creating strategies. For example, if I want to create a strategy for the Euro USD 5 minute chart, I would go with the RSI as an exit signal indicator, as that was the best for the 5 minute chart and the second best for the Euro USD pair. You can find similar combinations if you take a quick look. Finally, to close off this video, let me show you a few interesting findings and stats. While looking through all the backtesting results we gathered, I found the BTC USDT and the 4 hour chart to bring the highest profit factor and the net profit results. The best entry signal setup was the slowest reacting one, which tells us that not overtrading and taking less but more accurate trades is the way to go. The best stop loss setup was the middle one, which is a 4 times ATR distance. So having a reasonable stop loss which is not too tight but not too far away from the entry point is the best choice. Finally, exiting the position was the most profitable using the slowest reacting exit signal indicator setup, which means that a longer term trading strategy is better and more reliable than closing the positions fast. And that wraps up today's video. Do you know any other indicators that might work great as an exit signal? Let me know in the comments. If you watched the full video, thank you and congratulations, you learned a lot today that you can benefit from in your own trading. If you want to get into the results deeper, I left a Google Drive link in the description from where you can download the full 7020 backtest spreadsheet. If you found this video useful and want to see more content like this, support our channel by subscribing and liking this video. If you want to support our work and get access to our best and most complex TradingView strategy scripts and optimizations, check out our Patreon and become a Smart Trader tier member. As always, thank you all for watching, have an amazing day, and see you in the next video.